We should totally name this chapter. The Valar shirt thing wasn't on purpose.
We are live, dude. We are live.
Hello, guys, and
We're
welcome
live
to
now.
the only chat absolutely populated by Ballard members and the best show about Jagger ever hosted by two Spanish longswords and a German staff. We are in Jagger Talks. I am Manuel, and we have Baldwin and Stefan as co-hosts. And today we're interviewing Asensi about his documentary, I Am Jagger.
Yeah.
And okay, this is it. Asensi, what do you do besides Jagger? Tell us a little bit about yourself.
I don't know where I can start with. I played Jagger for 6 years,
Wow.
like 6 years or something. I think I was the first longsword here in Alicante, and it's a lot of time playing Jagger now.
And
I think
aside from
was
Jagger,
yeah.
aside from Jagger, what do you do? Like, what do you do for a living? What do you study?
Okay. Yeah, I don't understand the question. I'm director. I work for a producer here in Alicante, and it's called Runtun Films. It was we started the producer with some colleagues of the film school, just like 2 years or 3 years, I think. And it's the I Am Jagger project is the first project, the first movie project we done since now.
Okay, so it's not so much of a school work; it's more of a professional work, right?
Yeah, it's a professional work. My first movie and my first professional work.
That's pretty cool.
Really hard.
Okay, so just to be clear, you have an idea of what you're doing with the documentary, right? We are not just paying your trip to America and you're using like your mobile camera to record the whole thing.
Yeah, I used in Sweden. I used a mobile camera because the German guy who's supposed to have camera and something and all the equipment in Sweden. He rent the camera, but he doesn't rent the memory card of the camera.
That's quite smart. Yeah.
When I was there, and I say, oh, okay, oh, it's an amazing camera because he has a Sony camera. It's a good camera, an HD camera, and they say, oh, it's okay, but I don't have the card for. And
So I think with wait. Can you stop talking for a second?
What?
Okay, it's
Stefan
fine.
wanted to talk.
I just fucked up here. I'm sorry.
What happened?
Oh, nothing. It's fine now. It's fine again.
Okay.
Can we keep on? Can we keep going?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Well, it's that story. It was so frustrating for me because I think I thought about Sweden with an HD camera and a lot of good shoots there. And finally, I was with my mobile phone and my GoPro shooting all. So
Yeah.
But
it was bad. But
you do the circumstances. Are you happy with the material, with the footage you got there in Sweden, or was it bad?
No, it wasn't bad. It good. We have a good material of the travel there in Sweden. I have the interview with Rubens, with Uhu, an interesting, really interesting interview. And I think I have a lot of material for the documentary. The only thing I need is the interview with David Webb and the German tournament in next year, I think.
This year? You mean German Championship?
No, that next year. Next year. This year is really hard to go now.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Okay. So what are you aiming to achieve with your documentary? Like, what's the idea behind it?
What's the idea for the documentary?
Are you trying for the non-Jagger people to get a better grasp on Jagger? Are you trying for Jaggers to learn about the history of the sport and how it's working worldwide? What are you
I
trying
think
to
I
achieve?
think I think it's both. It's both because a lot of Jagger players doesn't know the history of this sport. I think because I ask a lot of people of Jagger, and I ask you really know about the origins of this sport, and the people doesn't know, the most of the people. But this documentary is for people who doesn't knows about Jagger. I think
So
is the principal target to
the main
make
goal is to expand Jagger and to create a documentary that can work to make people know where it comes from, but also to popularize the sport, to make it more known, to get it.
yeah,
So
of course.
mm,
We're going to distribute the documentary and in a lot of countries and festivals, and I think it's the next step to make a promotion of this sport, because we all the cities or the players are working to expand this sport in their cities or countries, but I think this is the next step to make and go to other countries who I think we can't go
and
there with the
what do you
Jagger.
expect from the interview with David Webb? What do you expect him to tell you? What? How do you think this will turn out? Like, why is it interesting to interview David Webb?
I think it's interesting because I talk a lot with him by telephone, because he doesn't have internet. He doesn't use it. And I talk with him in phone, and I talk with him with letters, with
Postal cards.
postal cards. Yeah. It's interesting. I have the first.
The origins of our sport.
Is it something like
The first
every
letter
day without
I wrote. I have the first letter here. It was the
Dear
it was
David
June
Webb.
22 June of 2004. I have the sign. Oh, David
Oh my
Webb.
god. I think this is really interesting
Something like
because he's somewhat.
gets
We
lipstick
always have to.
on and a kiss in the letter?
But actually,
No.
it was
Not yet. Not yet.
it
Not
was
yet.
it was written on computer and printed, so it's like printing an email and sending it.
Maybe he has
Yeah,
an
That's right.
machine
I see the card, and he has a computer then, so why he doesn't have internet? I don't understand. But
It's okay.
he's an old man.
Yeah,
he
he's.
has,
Let's, guys, please. He's the godfather of Jagger. He's
Of course.
creator.
Yeah, of course.
This is
yeah.
a sacrilege. I am so
Nothing.
sorry.
Yes, come on,
Hero.
please.
Super
please.
embarrassed right now.
Maybe the next time we can do an interview with him. I can call him.
That would be really great.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's-
I think he
That would
he
be
likes
fucking
this
awesome.
kind of thing, because he's so exciting with the project.
And
And
does he know about the sport? That was, of course, he does, right? He does know about
Yeah.
Jagger, the sport. And what does he think about it? Have you spoken to him about that? Like, I was always curious.
yeah,
Like,
he's really orgulloso,
proud.
proud.
Yeah,
He's really proud about this, because he creates an sport without pretending. So it's an accident for him, but it's a beautiful accident for him, and he's so proud, and he's so excited with the project. He wants to make the interview, talk about the Jagger, the movie, about Blade Runner, about his career, about a lot of things.
Do you know if he has ever tried Jagger?
I don't know. He has a shield with Falco Jagger, I think.
Yes, he's kind of connected to them. I think he's somewhat the I don't know. He has some honor function, honor president or something of Falco Jagger, something like this. I'm not sure.
Yeah, Rubens has the contact with him too.
Yeah.
He talks a lot with him.
By postcard, of course.
Yeah.
No, they actually
I don't know, but it's interesting.
They write it in the computer, they print it, and then they send it by telegraph.
I don't understand why. It's strange. He doesn't use the internet, so.
Okay.
What else do you include in the documentary aside from like David Webb's interview, or are you focusing on the competitive side or like the honor system? What sides of Jagger are you trying to bring out the most to the public?
I think we are going to talk about a lot of things. We want to talk about the competitive Jagger, about the fun part of Jagger, and I don't know, a lot of styles, because in Australia they play another kind of Jagger with the regional rules and the Wasteland too. You know the Wasteland Festival?
No. I was wondering. I saw that you're planning a trip to it, but what is it?
It's I'm going to share with you a link. Oh, you can watch with Wasteland. It's a post-apocalyptic festival.
It's like one of those super old Jagger videos we can see on YouTube, where they're playing Jagger with weapons big as my head.
I have those videos too with.
That really is
to share it. It's really interesting. This.
Oh, let me check that.
This festival is really interesting because they play the original Jagger.
Okay, for everyone watching.
Okay,
for everyone watching, Asensi just sent us a link to a promotional link to a festival, post-apocalyptic festival. And we should actually this video right now. We'll probably link it in the description later, okay? For everyone to watch. That was really awesome. Oh, that's cool. Good job, Stefan.
That really works. Thank you, Stefan.
I know. I'm good at this.
And so modest.
I don't know if he's in this video has footage of people.
Are you sure you aren't recruiting for Palestine or something like that?
No. It's interesting because they play with real weapons and they hit so hard. I don't know. I have a video with.
You get to play with real weapons and also to put bombs on America. Like,
we want to go to this festival.
It looks like Borderlands, totally like.
It's like Borderlands, like Mad Max, and that kind of movies of the 80s.
It's funny because when I try to explain what the movie The Blood of Jaggers is to people who doesn't play Jagger or know anything about it, I usually compare it to Mad Max, and so it kind of seems fitting to find this here.
It's interesting. We want to go there and make some footage of people playing the original Jagger. Maybe we want to go this year, but this year the festival is in September, so I think it's I don't know if this year we can go there. We want to go this year. We want to go to Berkeley and interview if the crowdfunding goes well and we reach the 10%. But I don't know. Maybe.
Tell us about the crowdfunding. How is it going? How much money do you need? What can you achieve?
We have
Where is it?
I'm going to check it because the first day I was refreshing the page like
Every
5
10
seconds.
seconds. Huh?
Every time. We have the 48% now.
That's so much. Okay, how much do you need?
Okay.
Tell us a little bit about the crowdfunding.
What I don't hear you well.
Tell us a little bit about the crowdfunding, like the details.
Are you
How
spending
much
all the
money do
money on Valor shirts, or are you
How much money do you need,
going to
Daniel?
work in the documentary with it?
How
So
much
we
money do
need
you need?
we need $4,500
Mm.
right now, United States dollars, and we have the half of the crowdfunding, so it's
I
okay.
saw a news you published about that you had some sponsorship from someone who donated $700. How did this come up? How did this?
Oh, that was really amazing. Yeah.
Yeah, that was really amazing. $700 just like that.
I don't believe it yet because I was eating in my house, and I was looking my mobile phone, and I saw the because in every contribution I have a mail.
Mhm.
So I opened the mail. Oh, okay, a new contribution. Okay, and I saw it, and what? This is real? No, it's a mistake. And I refresh. Okay, and the page. It's okay. Ah, fun. Okay, fun. This is real. And I saw the name. I contact with the guy, and I don't have the response yet, so I don't know.
Okay, so you don't know who it is, where he's coming
Yeah,
from.
I know who it is. I have his name is I don't, because I have
Okay,
the
maybe
name.
he doesn't want to go public with it.
Yeah, maybe he doesn't want to be known. I don't know.
I don't know. That's why I don't say the name yet.
Okay.
But
So,
Yeah, better
It's-
don't.
I want
Yes.
to talk with him first, because I don't know what is his idea to collaborate and work with us.
but
So
it's not
I want to wait now
But it's not a
until
person
he
known
contacts
exactly.
me.
So for anyone that hasn't read the crowdfunding stuff,
Yeah.
what are you going to use this money for?
Repeat
Of
that.
course, the interview with David Webb, but what else are you going to do with this $4,500?
Which he told you already. Buy Valor shirts.
Even
A lot
more.
of other shit. A lot.
I would guess banner shirts can be found on the street because everyone is wearing one.
Oh,
Yeah. We want to go to the wasteland, as I said,
Yes.
and go to Berlin, or the how's the name of the? It has a German
German
name.
Championship. Just Deutsche Meisterschaft. You can say German Championship. That's fine.
It's okay.
Okay. The funny thing is, like, it isn't clear that it will be in Berlin next year because it can be another location. But well, you will go to the German Championship next year,
Mhm.
and then you will attend there.
Well, because we have a lot of equipment. We buy last month, and
Cool.
we have new material in February, or new equipment. I mean, we have in February we have the Lily camera. You know what it is? No. Another link.
Is it like a drone that flies over?
Yeah, it's a drone.
Cool.
It's for a sport. It's a sport drone, like a selfie drone. It's
A selfie drone.
Yeah. You're going to understand now.
When the selfie stick isn't enough, you get a drone.
Yeah, so this guy is taking
You can put
$4,500 for
this link
selfies
in.
and cool shirts. All right.
And the drone.
And the drone. I pass. You have the link there. It's a great camera. It's a new camera, and we have one, but the company we will send us the prototype in February. So we want to make the part of the material of Germany with this camera. So check it out.
It seems like it gives a really cool image.
Yeah, it's
Okay,
amazing.
we will
This
add
camera.
a link as well to the description of the video, so no one will miss the awesome camera.
It's amazing because you can put the device, the tracking device in a Jagger player, and throw the camera, and the camera follows the Jagger player. So
It follows him over the field, and it follows him behind over the field.
Yeah, in the air, but yeah, it's an amazing camera. We want it now.
I wouldn't play it on chain players. You could get an accident there. Be careful.
Yeah, maybe. It will be interesting to show that.
Can you like program it for it to fly more than 5
Yeah,
meters?
you can program it, and you can do a lot of things with that camera. It's interesting.
Really cool. That seems it could get some shots of Jagger matches where you're watching the field from the top and you can see all the players there like little. I've seen some footage made with cameras similar to this, and they look pretty interesting. But of course, they were homemade. I'm really interested to see what can be done with a big amount of money and good resources and a good camera that can turn really like the Jagger perspective of matches into the next level. That's something I'm really looking forward to when the documentary is done. By the way, what's the expected air date of the documentary?
Maybe in 2007,
In 6.
2016.
Yeah.
My English is really bad.
2016,
In December, maybe,
okay.
or in January, maybe.
So
I don't
you are
know.
waiting for next
because
year's
of next year.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe
Yeah.
because this is in the documentary we have a lot of things we want to shoot and a lot of things we want to share in the movie, but it's a documentary, so if we continue researching and searching histories and teams and the Jagger is always growing and making bigger. So maybe in 1 year, is all the Jagger will be changed, or I don't know. So we continue to shoot the next year and the next year, and maybe not I don't know how to say it, but we can maybe the movie we can release in another year. I don't know.
Yeah. I have another question. What do you think? Will it be for free, or how expensive will it be to buy it?
The camera?
Yes.
The document.
The
No,
documentary.
it means the documentary.
Documentary.
The documentary. We will have a year with distribution in some festivals, but then after this year of festivals and something like that, we will put the movie in YouTube, maybe free.
Okay. Mm.
Oh,
Because we want to all the players share the movie and use it to promote the Jagger in wherever, in schools, in universities, or I don't know, in
oh, that's really
To make it
awesome.
even more famous.
Yeah, that's cool.
Really
because
good.
it's a something we want to share with the Jagger players, and we want to the Jagger players share the movie with people who doesn't know the sport.
So this is the reason of the crowdfunding in the first place. Like you want to get the money before because you are not expecting to monetize the project over the long term because you are not gonna charge for it, right?
Yeah, right. It's one of the reasons we have the crowdfunding now, and because the project starts 1 year ago, but in this process we of this year, working in the documentary. We search money, we search companies who wants to promote the Jagger or the project, and everybody says no, or directly doesn't answer about this. So this is the reason, because we do the crowdfunding, because we want the community of Jagger help this project, because no one wants to help this project.
This is a really interesting topic, and I would like to bring something up, because whenever we talk about Jagger and the different matches, and even getting Jagger into schools as a sport and expanding it, it seems that there's a really big problem with money, both from the state and even from private investors. Like for
Yeah.
example, there was a talk about this, a brief talk in Facebook recently, where they were talking about getting a Red Bull sponsorship, for example. Like it's sort of a cool sport, full of jumps, and like it's really exciting to watch, right? Do you think this project will help to get either a bite of the sweet public cash, or some private investor that will like to uh, invest in order to get publicity around Jaggers?
Maybe, I don't know. I hope so, because
That's the dream, huh?
that's a dream.
Yeah.
And that's why the people doesn't help a project of people who doesn't or who doesn't have a movie, or I never done a movie before, so the people think I'm a newbie or something like that. I need to do this movie with the sources we have in my producer. But we spend my producer spend a lot of money in this project. I don't want to say how much, but we think this is an important project to us, to the producer and the Jagger, I think.
I think it's a super important project, and I really like the effort you're putting into it. I think it's really
And also there shows that like Jaggers have money to spend, which is really interesting to companies that look for publicity. Correct me if I'm wrong, Baldwin, this is your field, but if we are like eating from a dumpster, we are not getting publicity. So
But what
if
do
we
you
show
think?
we have money to spend and that we really care about it, maybe it will change the mind of some companies. Maybe not Red Bull, but Panaderia Manolo or something like that.
But
Yeah.
do you think that people want this, like the public money you're talking about? Like, I always have the feeling in Germany that a lot of players, a lot of people don't want the more publicity, and they want to stay independent with their own in their own little sweet world. I don't know, how is it in Spain? How is it in
That's
Spain?
an interesting topic you brought out there, Stefan. Maybe later, when the interview with Asensi is over, you could
Yes.
talk. We could talk a little bit about all these movements
Yes.
that happen in Germany that don't happen at all in Spain. That I think is something interesting. That so people in Spain or in Ireland or in the United States, wherever they hear us, might know a little bit more about all this kind of resistance against the sportive side of the sport. But okay, let's focus on Asensi and let him just answer the question.
Yeah, of course, keep expanding.
Okay, me. What's the question? I was hearing you.
No, I think there wasn't actually a question, Asensi.
Okay.
It was a trick question. There is no question for you.
Amazing.
What do you think about this?
No, but actually, yeah, what do you think about the monetary side of Jagger? How do you think it will expand in the future?
I think it's interesting, because I don't think it's bad, or I think it's good, because in United States they love the strange sports. They have leagues of strangest sports ever.
They have American football.
Yeah.
Roller derby.
They have a lot of strange sports and something like that, and I think if the United States have private investors or something like that, or companies. I think is good for us because we have a promotion of this sport. Maybe in Europe we work with another rules or another ways, but I think in if United States can make the Jugger and a sport like I don't know this strange sport of basket with elastic what is the name camas elásticas.
Elastic pad.
Yeah, there's a sport with people playing basket with that that shit. So this is what the fuck? When they have leagues, they have matches online and something.
Everyone can be
maybe
Falan now.
yeah.
No.
And I don't know, maybe civilize the Jagger is a good thing. I don't know, maybe.
And regarding the aspects that make Jagger something sometimes socially not so accepted, like for example they say we are just a bunch of freaks, or all these adjectives that are said of Jagger sometimes, maybe correctly or incorrectly. I am not one to judge that, but what do you think? Do you think your documentary can help to promote a more professional and a more work side of Jagger, maybe?
Yeah, because the documentary wants to show the people who train, who analyze the matches, who they are making this sport something bigger. I don't know, analyzing games, watching YouTube, and some preparing the matches or the tournaments. And I think it will help to to show the Jagger has a real sport and not 2, 5 or 10 freaks
Like a
hitting
fat
with
camp game.
yeah.
I get that a lot actually. Like the comment,
Because
like,
we will
people saying that Jagger is. Yeah, go on.
We couldn't hear your question, Manu. Can you repeat it, please?
Yeah, please.
No. I was just commenting that I get a lot like the commentary that Jagger is a fat camp sport. Like you only see people that don't run very much and yada yada yada. But maybe that's more true in Galicia than it is like in the south. No, you run like a but like the teams that are not at the top. It is true that most of them lack physical form.
Mm-hmm.
Like for example, in basketball, even if you are playing like a community league or whatever, a really small league, you will have almost everyone be sort of fit or very fit and being able to run without dying for like 30 seconds.
Yeah, and also it's pretty interesting that Asensi's team, Ninjas Almoradí, is a team that's taking a lot of effort into professionalizing Jagger, and they were the ones who promoted a series of rule changes in Spain. So teams would have to write their real names on their bags. They wouldn't be able to have. Okay, there were some level. Maybe Asensi can explain these rules better than I do, but just to
please
summarize.
explain us.
Yeah, sure.
We have in Ninjas. We want to make these clubs or this kind of things more hard, because we want real names behind. We want I don't know, names not like Murlocs or something like that, because this kind of things is not bad. I think it's not bad, but people who see the tournament or a tournament or a schedule of or a league with the names of the teams, and they say Foca Monjes and so,
What does it mean? Sorry.
Actually, it means seal monks.
What?
Seal monks, like the seal, the
Seal
animal.
like the animal, and monks
seal
like
monks.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
nice.
names like that. We want to change that because we have a responsibility because we need to make this sport and a sport and a real sport and something and some things we need to change it, and that's why Ninjas is I think is one of the most serious teams in Spain, because we want to make trainings, and we share the videos of the trainings in Facebook, in our
They're really cool
Facebook
videos.
page. Yeah,
Yeah, but
and photos, and we work like a real club with the president, with the vice president, with the all these people, and I think it's something that the other teams in Spain needs to do too, because it's important for
Then
us.
what do you think are tell me your three main points that are preventing Jugger from being a serious sport.
I think change the the names of of some players, because some of the name players are bad, or with of the animes, or something like that. I don't like this, and I think the second thing is make trainings like a real sport. So because a lot of people who goes to train, they only play, or they only do the zombie games or something like that with, and this is not a real sport. This is something. It's a game for me, I think. I don't know if you think like me.
I, I have a question that is actually for Stefan. Does it occur in Germany, not only in Jena, but in Germany in general, that there are people who go to training, they extend the towel, sit on the towel, and just chit chat for hours and don't play a single point?
and play
Because
Magic.
that's a thing in Spain, and we are really worried about this shit. Because
The most you have to put into consideration that in the most cities there's only one team that has like 10 players or even less. So the a general problem in Germany, I talked about this in some occasions, like is that there's only one team in the city, and that you can't really train properly, like playing a real game of Jugger. The most of them, they're only playing game of Jugger in tournaments, which is like twice or three times a year, something like this. So there is
Welcome to
no
my
real
world.
space. There's no real space to chit chat all along when you have training, because well, when you're only four people for training, you have to do something there.
Okay,
okay,
actually, a point about seriousness, and because the problem with names, it's really hard to draw a line on what a serious name and what a like a sort of in the back in the player names. Okay, you can say it has to be your name, but in team names like Foca Monjes, for example, okay, you can say I don't like this name or I don't think it's serious, but it like gradually goes from really ridiculous to serious names, and it's really in my opinion difficult to
Mhm.
cut one or the other way. But I think the fucking numbers is the easiest change to make us look not like dorks.
Yes.
You are not the square root of pi. That's not why are you wearing that? Is the referee going to say that? Why are you wearing 666? Are you the fucking devil? Maybe you are because you are fucking.
Okay,
But in the referee,
reflection provided to you by the guy nicknamed Goat.
no,
Yeah.
okay, no, okay. Let me correct this. First of all, my shirt says Manuel in the back. That's the first thing.
Oh, that's
And the
not right.
second,
Your
Man,
old
I was
Mega
just
shirt.
joking. Don't
Old
take
Mega
it
shirt.
wrong.
no, I was when I started playing, I was sold onto the idea that everyone did this shit. And I was like, okay, I don't want to be hated from the first day because I have a history with this. I'm going to try and be like likable and okay, I'm going to wear this shit and be like everyone else. But no, my shirt says Manuel, and I haven't had a shirt that says Goat from like since May got dissolved, which
That's
is
right.
from the last year's tier when I exchanged my shirt with Pole. And no more. I am Manuel since then.
The goat that felt like an outsider.
And I have a real number. I don't have like
Le deux.
34 minus 1, square root of 7.
Now, if you could
I'm
play
so
Jagger
edgy.
now, that would be sweet.
Oh! It would really be. I'm working on that as well, but that will take more time.
Okay, Asensi, tell us a little bit more about your club, Ninjas Almoradi. Where is the
Almoradi.
name coming from? How many people are you? How long do you exist?
Now we are, I don't know, maybe 15 or 17, I think. I don't
It's a
know
lot
because
for a Spanish team, right? It's
yeah,
like
because we have the A team, is the most the most important players in the A team, and the B team, they are people who maybe don't deserve to be in the A team, but they are good players, and some newbies, and we have then the others members of the club who they don't are in the A or the B, but they are training, they are newbies, and maybe in the future they can be in the A or the B. We have a lot of players now. We have a lot.
Okay, so you act like a Jagger club, like others have been before. I can think of, for example, Berracos and Berracos with B. I can think of
Jaggermeister.
Tercios and Tercios B, Jaggermeister and Beister. So, do you think this club system is like the future to get Jagger into the next level?
Yeah, I think because it's important to make this more serious, and it's a way to make the things more serious. And one of the things Ninjas has a A and a B team is because in it's Almoradi is a small country and a small town, and they have not many connection with another towns and something like that, and they are the only team there. So it's the only way. We don't want to make another team or separate team, because we want to have the control, because Mike and Noé has they are doing a great job promoting the Jagger there. Not just for compete or something like that. I mean,
think it's for keeping the resources together is a really good idea there.
Because we it's important because we work together like one club, and it's better because the official ayuntamiento no, ¿cómo se dice ayuntamiento?
The town's government.
Town government or something like that. They see the Ninjas Club something more serious, and they, for example, we have the Thursday, or no, Monday. In Monday, we train in a grass place and in a grass.
That's really nice. That's really cool.
Yeah, in grass. We train and we train alone without more teams and more activities. We have the one field only for us, because we work for that, and we have more and more things for the club,
I think
really
exhibitions and college and a lot of things. That's because we have a lot of people, and we call us a club. I think.
I think this sort of thing is more important in my opinion. Okay, in my opinion, it's more important all these kind of things, like having a proper place where you can train, having a proper training attitude, that people goes often to training, and it's more important that the name you carry on your back or the number you carry on your back, or whether uh, your team name comes from a video game. I think these sort of things are
Or a
the
book.
things that or a book.
Maybe. Yeah.
TV show. Okay. But what I wanted to, okay, the point I want to make is that to me it's more important that you have all this proper training attitude, that you really analyze videos on YouTube, that you prepare your strategies and your matches, your tournaments beforehand, you go to training often, and you take training seriously. It's more important that the image that you are making, because if someone sees, like, okay, I can relate this to electronic sports that are like the big thing in sports right now, and you can see teams called Unicorns of Love playing the
Yeah.
finals of tournaments, playing for big money, and people like start to take this seriously because they see this is a thing. Like there are thousands of people watching this live and millions watching this on streaming. They are getting audiences that are comparable to the main sports events. Like for example, the League of Legends final overcame Super Bowl in number of viewers on broadcasting, which is an amazing
Yeah, it's the
data.
future.
So
It's the future.
and there's no such control of team numbers, of team nicknames, and all this. They achieved all this by being themselves. Like they embrace this freak or geek side of them. Like they say, okay, yeah, yo, we are geeks. We play video games, of course we are. Maybe Jagger could go this way, this route, and maybe we shouldn't worry all that much about all these minor details. If you see people who are fit, who are playing Jagger at a high level, a high competition level, their actions will overcome whatever they have on their shield or on the back. That's just my 2 cents. I don't know.
Yeah,
What do you think
that's
about
true,
this?
but I think that it's different because in an esport, the people that will rise are the geeks, like the people that will spend 12 hours eating Cheetos and playing League of Legends. Those guys will rise. But in Jagger, you have to be fit and you have to, okay, you have to be competitive, and that is independent or whether you're a geek or not. But you have to. It's a physical sport. You
Yeah,
have to
it's a physical sport, but in the end, it's not. You can play esports and be fit. Like you don't have to be fat to play esports. And like,
no.
why I don't get this Cheetos thing you were talking about.
No,
Like,
the thing is that usually geeks are more associated with not having a good physical form, and it's not like it's tied in any way to Jagger. Like, are you saying that just because someone is a geek, he will be more interested in Jagger, or he will be more likely to play? Maybe now because we are exposing it in that environment. But for example, in Germany, where they're exposing it on high schools and all of that, or in university campuses, maybe you can get players that are not like geeky and will still enjoy the sport, and will be more fit if they have like a basketball background, a football background, whatever other sport they have played. These guys will be better than geeks because playing a
that's an
computer.
interesting point. I've always felt that Jagger players lack experience in other team sports. Like for example, they don't know what it is to feel like to follow a captain's rule. They don't know what the feeling is to sacrifice your personal interest for a team interest, and all these things are lacking. At least in Spanish Jagger, I feel it's super present. Like we see examples of this in every tournament where people would get mad at each other because someone would play more than the other, even because they believe they are better players. Or maybe in clubs where there are an A team and a B team, there are problems when, okay, I deserve to be on A, but they put me on B, the captains are stupid and blah, 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 they don't value me at all.
This happens in real sports.
Stefan knows a thing or two about this. Maybe he can.
Little bit.
Maybe he can. His inputs will be interesting.
Okay, at first I wanted to point something out, like what you said there. I think when the general approach is more serious, like we have the real name on the back, you have a real number, like you look serious, then maybe you can switch inside of your head. Yeah, then the mentality is kind of switching, like that you are doing that in a serious fashion, that you are doing that in a decent way, whatever that means. And then when your own approach to the sport is more serious, then people will look to it and they see that it's something serious, and then the general attitude, the general approach, the general mentality is everything is getting more into a more professional direction. I think that's quite a good thing, actually.
Yeah.
And okay, yes, in the team I'm supposed to play with, so in Kinder, like, okay, we are quite a lot of people, like we are around 30 people, I think, and this is even in Germany we're one of the biggest teams in there, and yeah, and this is something what you pointed out there. This is everything is happening there. Like lots of people aren't that much into team sports, and uh, lots of people feel like it has to work on a basic democratic fashion and or basis, and it's really difficult at the end of the day because you need some structures. When you're so many people, when your group exceeds more than, I don't know, let's say 12 people, then you need some rules because you can't really keep all that shit together, and you can't really decide everything on a basic democratic basis. Like this is not going to work. Never ever, I think.
But you have captain or some
No.
figure of no?
Okay, like okay, I can tell you a little bit about the structure of Zone Um, you have right. Okay, the as it is right now, Okay, we don't have a coaching staff. We have some kind. We have a doodle. Do you know what a doodle is? I don't know. We have a schedule where you can write your name in, and then you can say, okay, I'm going to make training on this date and on this date, and then you can say topic will be this and that, and people and this and this these people are helping me or something like this. Or you can do it alone if you want. Um, and at the same time, when you're going to a tournament with more than one team, for example, two teams, then you have
More than one.
and there's assembly, and this assembly, there are a so-called let's call them team makers, and they are elected there, and they select the people that will play in their several teams. Like, okay, they're just creating the teams. They have the power to tell, okay, these 8 people are playing there, and these 8 people are playing in B team, for example, something like this. It's working like this. It's usually not working without something like this, I think. Like, it's super hard when you don't have somebody telling, okay, you are playing in this team, you're playing in this team. My expertise is strong, and I rate you that you are not strong enough because of these and these reasons. I think otherwise it wouldn't work, actually.
70 does the same, I think. No?
Yes.
Yeah, 70 works.
Well,
works.
how are you doing it? I mean, with 15 people and with 2 teams, like there should be problems as well.
No, 15 on 15.
15.
15.
No.
We have-
How are ninjas doing it? How is your team doing it?
In the A team, we play the best players.
Yeah, but how do you decide who
But-
are the best players?
Because the president and vice president says that says
I assume the
who
president
where.
and the vice president are in the team, in the A team, right?
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah. It's Mike. It's the vice president, Mike. The president is Noé Coso.
Yeah, okay.
I'm the secretary.
And have you, okay, maybe this is something internal, just don't answer the question if you don't want to, but have you had already some trouble with like, oh, I wanted to be in team A, why you aren't valuing me enough, and shit like this?
We have problems with newbies who start to train in the club, and we saw playing. That's a good player. He's a good quicker, and he's the first the first time he plays or something like that. And we said the A team wants to put in the team A. And the B team says no, we want it, and we have a little fights for the this kind of things, because we have a lot of people who newbie people. So we constantly, or maybe not constantly, but in some times we fight for some players or new player who seems he's good, or good kete, or good quicker or something like that. We have a fight last month, I think, because of that, because a new quicker.
But you can fight for it. And actually, this is the interesting thing. Like in St. Kinner, there would be no fight or something. Like there was made a decision by the team makers, and then that's the decision, and there's nothing to argue about.
The player is who makes the decision, and his decision was play in the A team.
Guess what?
Yeah. Not a surprise.
But do you guys plan on bringing a B team to national tournaments and whatnot in the future?
We have, yeah. I think in to the Labar Cup we want to go the A team and the B team, and in the Summer Cup we have a little mix with players of the B team. We have because Alejandro is going to be retired. He left the Jugger, and Noe too. They want to stop to play in competitive tournaments. We don't have Kete now. We don't have a chain in Ninjas. So we are making some decisions to put some newbie players in the A team, because we don't have Kete.
Yeah.
Or it's hard because a lot of players now in Ninjas, they are going to go. So it's a time for changes now in Ninjas.
So there will be like a new wave of players. We are expecting
newbies, but I think they are promising.
And actually, Ninjas is one of the teams competing for the top spots in Spanish national tournaments. Do you think when these players stop playing competitive, like for example Jandro and Noé, who are players like they are key to Ninja's success, when they leave, do you think there will be a downfall in your sportive results, or do you think the ones coming from behind are good enough to fill up those roles?
No, maybe. I don't know. Let's see it, because we don't have no idea how we are going to do that in the tournament, because we have newbies players, but that players are newbies. They are not good players like Jandro or no. And I think we are going to follow that a little, but. In one of the decisions of the last decisions of the club was we want to, after the Master Cup is a new cup in Alicante, the Master Cup.
Can you tell us a little bit about the Master Cup project? I know what it is about, but
because it's a project now. It's a project of the FEG, the Federation of Spain. They want to make a Champions League in Spain. I mean, they want to make the first 10. Okay, we have the ranking in Spain. Okay, we have the best 10 teams in a one cup, or something like that. They want to do that. So after this tournament, Ninjas has the decision of we said, okay, we are not we don't want to compete in the national or in Spanish tournaments. We want to go out. We want to go to Berlin. We want to go to Dublin. We want to go to Sweden or something like that. We want after December of this year, we want to go out of Spain to compete.
So you are kind of tired of this stressing calendar we have in
Yeah,
Spain,
yeah,
where we have a
that's
national
why.
tournament every 3 months, right?
That's why Alejandro, for example, Alejandro, he doesn't want to make more tournaments or more competitive tournaments. And me too. I think I'm going to retire myself after the documentary, or I don't know, because I'm really tired of Jagger, I think.
Well, over 6 years, no surprise.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, but maybe one of the things we want to do, Alejandro too, we want to make the figure of the manager of teams, of newbies teams. For example,
that's quite a good thing.
yeah, because like Alejandro or me or Noé, we have a lot of time playing Jagger, so we want to share these years of experience of playing Jagger with the newbies teams or players. So I want to, after my retirement, I think is make a club in Alicante, because in Alicante there's only one team, but it's a team of players of I don't know 16, 15 years old, and they only play sometimes on something like that. And I want to make 102 once we want to make a clubs, a real clubs in other towns or in other cities. Or so, if we can, if we find people who wants to play Jagger, it's hard.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, one last question, then we can close this
Yeah,
interview
we
for
should
today.
summer
Okay.
outcome.
Yes. No. One last question. Let's imagine. I think I want to come to Spain next year when I finish my bachelor's thesis. Tell me, why should I go to Alicante and not to, let's say, Madrid or Valencia or Murcia or whatever? Why should I come to Alicante?
Because I'm here, so come to visit me. I don't know. Come to visit me, them. I don't know. Maybe because you can train with ninjas. I think it's and you are going to train with in a different way. I think, and we have the when you come or in months.
I don't know. Okay. My plan is finishing my bachelor thesis and then making a European voluntary service in for I think it's 10 months there in one of the Spanish Jugger cities.
Mm-hmm.
Whichever, I haven't decided.
I don't know.
Madrid, Stefan, you have to decide for Madrid.
Madrid. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I actually I plan to go to Valencia, but since they FTK dumped me for German Championship, I'm not sure anymore. Will you, Asensi, will you come to German Championship not for a documentary, just by yourself, like for having just fun and competing?
Maybe next year. Next year, I
Why
prefer
not
the
this
next year because this year I want to go to United States.
Yeah,
first
I know. I got this. Yeah, I got this.
because it's
One more
most
$700.
important.
$700 more in donations, and maybe he will think about it.
Yeah, maybe.
He only has 4 balance
but
chests by now.
the crowdfunding is going well. I think everybody says that we can get the money and more. So if we get more money, yeah, maybe, or maybe I go to Hawaii, or I don't know.
With our money.
Charity money.
Okay, Manuel,
Like
Manuel,
money.
you can close this first part out now. You can close it now.
Okay, we are going to wrap it up this Asensi interview. Thank you so much, Asensi, for being here with us.
Sorry, sorry for my English. I
Oh,
need
that's really good.
No,
to
no,
practice. I need to practice a lot. I need to practice because next week I have a podcast in United States. So,
Yeah, but
oh my
if,
God,
if
If you
anything,
don't
you make
practice
us look even better. So thank you for
yeah,
that as well, Asensi. Thank you for all your hard work in the documentary. And
thank you.
everyone who's watching this, we're going to put a link in the description of the crowdfunding. And so hopefully you can help to make this documentary and be like, oh man, this is so awesome. We're going to get cash. Red Bull is going to pay us loads
Please,
of money. And we are
yeah,
in 5 or 10 years, we're going to play in big stadiums, and everyone is going to be watching Foca
that's
Monjes
true.
versus, like, I don't know,
Murlocs.
Ballard, Morgudis, or
Vargas.
maybe by that time, every team will be Ballard Morgudis. You can see that this is like a little bit of an
No,
invasion.
no. I want
It's
to
already
point out. I
starting.
want to point out that there are
Never
more Zone and
share
Kinder
water
shirts
with
in
Balvin.
this streaming than Valor shirts. There are 4 Zone and Kinder shirts and 3 Valor shirts.
You might, whenever you play
Learn
against
to
Ballard,
count,
you
bitch.
might feel a little cut here, and then you start thinking you maybe prefer to wear purple instead of other colors, and I don't know, you have 2 bite marks here.
Okay,
Okay,
Asensi,
so
thank you
we're
very
going to
much.
wrap.
Keep
Thank
keep
you.
practicing your English so that David Webb can understand your pigeons when you send them.
Yes. Yes.
No, actually, David Webb, if you see this like by telegraph or smoke signals or whatever,
Radio.
we are just
Maybe.
messing around, but you are a really cool guy. Thank you for everything. Thank you,
Thank you for
Sensi, for
everything,
your
Godfather.
visit.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Asensi.
Thank
Look
you.
in your pockets, empty them into the crowdfunding, help this documentary. You heard all the
Yeah.
awesome
Give me money, please. Give me money. Give me
I
a lot
want
of
to
money.
go to
He needs
Hawaii.
to
This
Hawaii.
man wants to
I
go
want
to
to go to
Hawaii.
Hawaii
Yes.
to play Jugger
Okay, so
alone
with
in the
this,
beach.
we wrap up this first section of this show, Jugger Talks. Thank you everyone for joining us.